Hey guys, so listen, real quick, let me take a minute to tell you about our Patreon. Your favorite All in the Delivery gang has decided to offer that next day delivery prime podcast content. Yeah, do you enjoy the podcast, but just wish there was a little more? Well, with a Patreon subscription, you guys can do just that. Choose your tier and let the boys do what they do best, deliver greatness. As always, we will continue to deliver you real stories from real drivers through our usual channels, but why not give us the opportunity to handle your packages with extra care? So head over to our Instagram or Facebook page and find the link in the bio to check out our Patreon and support the podcast today.
I'm good. I'm ready.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery, episode number 44. Hey guys, it's brought to you by nobody, absolutely nobody, again, because we do not have a fucking sponsor. We're trying. Luke, I love it.
I mean, God damn it. I don't even, I can't say. I'm just sick of pyramids, but nothing. That's not a sponsor. Just we were talking right before we came on. I was just having a laugh.
Hey, that's it. So guys, like you heard, joining us obviously is our co-host here, Luke.
Fuck.
Buddy, how are you?
Oh, not bad. Not bad. It's unorthodox. We said before we'd be recording some stuff different, with the world opening back up and being able to do stuff again. So I can say right now, the week hasn't been terrible, but we're early into it. So it hasn't been bad. It's rained here nonstop. There's been a lot of flooding. Luckily, knock on wood, we've been okay. We haven't got really hit here, but everywhere else, it seems like in north central West by God, Virginia got fucking rocked.
Oh fuck. That's always fun.
Yeah, it's fucking rough.
And guys,
rough.
Also joining us, we have a very special guest.
God dang, you got three
joining
specials.
us here on the second time, actually. His episode was way back when. It's been a while. So guys,
episode 5.
Episode fucking 5.
Still count them on one hand.
I know. So guys, joining us today to hang out and chat with us is Gio. You may know him on Instagram as Pissed Off Yorker. Buddy, how's it going?
Hey, yo, how you doing, everybody?
Good, man. It's good to see you. Fuck.
Man, thanks for having me back, man. I've been listening to you guys, all these episodes, and I was like, damn, it's since episode 5. Ever since you guys started this for the drivers so everybody could know, I was like, this is going to be a good thing. It's been a great thing. You guys been
fucking right.
I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Dude, thank you.
I know.
Yeah, and it's been a fucking wild ride so far.
Just,
lots of different things. I mean, fucking, we did the Christmas live that ran for fucking 5 freaking hours, and I think you were the first guy that hopped on too.
Yeah, that shit
was
long,
Christmas,
which was awesome.
It was.
And that was, yeah, dude, fucking.
I'm glad it's summer though.
Hell yes.
Oh, dude, same here.
Dude.
Fucking same here.
Hell yes. Yeah, dude, episode 44, fucking, it's crazy. Crazy. It's gonna be 50 coming up. Like what?
Yeah.
Put numbers on shit, man. Put numbers on shit.
Nuts.
It's wild. It is.
Yeah.
But
It's nuts, man. So, but yeah, lots of changes too and shit, obviously, and it's just like.
But I've been wanting to have, because we were supposed to originally, but for everybody listening, and of course the two of you as well, fucking work got in the way, because we were going to do this. We had a plan on recording last weekend to release for this past Monday, which we ended up calling the stupid shit or dumb shit episode, which was stupid shit was very good. And
I
just
loved
to
it. It was
just
a
to
lot of shit in there.
piggyback,
Shit.
just to piggyback off of the stupid shit episode, because originally that was I was wanting you on there because you as a father yourself. I mean, you obviously, if you listen to the episode, we got the gist of it, and I was wanting, so yeah, just to say thoughts, whatever, however, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
First of all, fuck that bitch. Like she fucking like oh, cancel Father's Day. Okay, like so who the fuck are we? We're nobody. Like she came out of somebody's balls, right? Right? She had to have a father. Maybe he wasn't the best father figure for her. Maybe that's why she fucking wanted.
Imagine that. Imagine if that's the reason why she's so uptight about it.
Probably.
Like that's it. That's it.
Shit. He probably disowned her ass or some shit, and she fucking was like, "Well, fuck all fathers. Like, not everybody is a dick."
Yeah.
You know, like,
dude, that's like
fuck that. This Father's Day that's coming up that just passes for all the fucking real dads out there that are there for their kids, for their family.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, you got your dog. You're a father too. All right.
Well, I appreciate that, brother.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So fucking, and you got your boat. So that's your other baby right there. that beautiful beast of a fucking woman. Wow.
Still got to give that thing a name.
You have to, and it's a she. You know it's a she.
Yeah, I know. It
has to be.
It's a she.
Yeah, fucking Father's Day, just like Mother's Day, is an important day because it represents for all the real fathers and the real moms out there. Like, you can't just fucking say, "Oh, let's cancel it." Fuck her.
No, so stupid.
Like,
it's just like,
and you know, to say it, if it would be something like when I said that's it, to say that would be all. The reason I said that too is because you'd have to flip it on Mother's Day. But like, I could very easily say, like, I fucking don't like Mother's Day. Like, not crazy about it. I don't have great memories as a young kid about it. But dude, like I said, my stepmother, who I don't like to call step, you know, I've said that many times before. Said that's not that. She's been in my life since I was 9 or 10 years old, and I'm always happy to celebrate her and my grandmother and every other mother out there. So if it really would be something that fucking simple, why she's saying for stupid shit, then damn, she needs to move on then.
But like, that's the problem, is that people are just stupid. Like, really, people are just really fucking stupid.
They are. People just, it pisses me off.
The thing,
I'm gonna have a drink just to relax. I don't want to.
It just is. It's funny because, you know, it's this day and age too, man. It's like you see some outlandish shit and shit that really makes you scratch your head, but you know, if you read comments on it, which the comments were hilarious, but you know, there are people. Like anything now, I feel like will gather some type of support of some kind. Yeah. So there's definitely even how small it is, it's still there's people out there.
Even if it's the stupidest shit, so there's dumbass motherfuckers out there that'll support it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, some people just don't think before they fucking what the fuck.
No, like, that's like exactly it. And like, so like, speaking of that too, so there's something like I want to talk about too, is like dumb sports fans. And what I mean by that is like, not just like dumb, like, you know, let me explain.
Yeah.
So this is why I want to talk about this, okay? Because I know both of you guys are sports guys.
Well, yeah, this is a
and
good.
So am I.
I'm curious.
So my issue is in hockey, okay?
Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights have only been a team for maybe 4 years now, okay? They're a fresh new team in Vegas. And their fan base is the most ridiculous shit you would ever see. It's
Are you a fan of them, Dave?
No, I am not. I am a diehard Rangers fan. Okay. But these fans, like, because they never had a hockey team before in Vegas. Okay. So when Vegas had a hockey team, their first year in the league, they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. Their first year in the league, okay? Second, third, fourth year, they've all been in the playoffs the entire time, okay? So one, their fans do not know losing. Like losing. They've been successful playoff teams since they've started 4 years ago, okay? And not only that now, their fan base, also, a lot of them don't know much about hockey. And the shit they say just will blow your mind.
Give us an example.
Like, for example, this just happened.
You got two dudes that don't know much about
right, okay,
hockey,
so this just happened the other night, okay? Or this just happened the other night, okay? So Vegas was up in the game. And, you know, when the other team is up, say, by 1 goal, the other team that's losing can pull their goalie to get the extra player on the ice. And then that team will have an extra, you know, right. And that team and that team will have a wide open net to shoot at. Right?
Casual sports fan would know that, I believe. Because
I saw this on a group, like a hockey group thing. Vegas fan said, "Oh, you know, I think next practice they really need to work on hitting the open net because that is so crucial in the game." And it's just like, what the fuck? Like,
because the goalie was pulled.
Yeah, but like they're like, they had an open net. Why didn't they score? They had an open net. They need to do a better job of hitting the open net.
There was an extra player on the fucking offense.
Right. First of all, now you're counting Vegas has 5 people. The opposing team now has 6 people. Right. So first of all, they got the extra player. It's going to be a little bit tougher to score. Like they don't know shit about hockey. You know what I mean? Because they're a newer team.
I can see this
the stupid shit.
Yeah.
What?
It bothers you. I'm not saying I like, but I get it because in other realms of sports, I would probably feel the same way. So I understand. I'm just like,
dude, it's just like, it just blows my fucking mind, you know? And just like Vegas, I don't know. It's you know, everything out in Vegas is a show. Okay. You know, everything out in Vegas is a show. There's shows, first of all, in Vegas, you know, the casinos, everything's bright lights. Fancy, you know what I mean?
Streets, just dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. So in fucking Vegas at the hockey game, they got beach balls going around in the stands. I'm just like, as a fucking hockey fan that I've been for
that
10 plus years,
that would piss me off.
They did that in
basketball.
Right, it's like, why the fuck
we're
are
down,
there beach balls going
around? Play volleyball.
I know. Beach ball. I know. I get it. They're in the desert. Whatever.
Yeah, it's like 110 degrees outside, and we're walking into a fucking hockey rink.
Why the fuck do we have a freaking beach ball going around in the stands at a hockey game? I can understand at a music festival or something like that, where everyone's all you know. But here, people are actually focusing on like an object that's moving at high speeds. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're focusing on the game. They're not like whatever. Like,
well, I'm one of them old school people too, man. Like if this was in Morgantown and WVU's getting their ass kicked and there'd be people like trying to do shit, I'd probably, I'd fucking rip that beach ball out of somebody's head and be like, it's like, we're fucking losing. God, we're not. And that's
like, if you're not going to fucking support the team, go play fucking beach volleyball outside.
That's because now participation trophies have climbed into fucking the world. That's why. That wasn't like that shit when we were all kids.
No, it's like that scene from Happy Gilmore. It's like the scene from Happy Gilmore when they're all blowing the whistles and Shooter McGavin's up for, but he's like, damn it, knock it off. This is a fucking golf, not a rock concert. Or like whatever he says, you know what I mean? It's just like the beach ball that flies right in front of him as he's about to take the shot. Oh my God.
Dude, I made just real quick to add to that, and I think I mentioned it on a past episode, but if you guys have not ever, I think it's on Adam Sandler's Instagram page, but the guy that plays Shooter McGavin, dude, when he on the 25th anniversary of Happy Gilmore, he just did a little thing, and I mean it was just like he was still Shooter McGavin, just 25 years. God, it was the greatest.
Yeah,
might be my favorite.
I saw that.
Yeah, that might be literally my favorite fucking video on Instagram. Is that video? That made me so happy just to see that.
Oh yeah,
brought back memories.
Oh fuck yeah,
old movies.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, But yeah, that shit, oh man, that shit got to me. But anyway, so guys, just so you guys know, later this episode, towards the end, we're going to be giving away the shirt, like we said from last episode, shirt and sticker. So we got everybody who commented on the question of the week there. All your names are cut out and put into the bucket there on paper. So we're going to pick one out a little later. Also, don't forget to go to www.deliveringgreatness.com and check out the webpage and all the goodies and the hats and shirts and hoodies and all the goodies
Nice.
over there. And thank you guys for the support. We really appreciate it. So, but yeah, dude, dumb sports fans.
I was going to say, I wanted to make sure to put, because when you were thinking, I didn't know which way of dumb you were saying, because I've seen some dumb things, dude. Basically, to just give, I was trying to think, like, because God, I'd have a fucking novel's worth of, but just, for reasons of time, I had to think of one offhand real quick. And I had my freshman year of college, West Virginia beat Virginia Tech, and they played on a Wednesday night. It was random as fuck, but Tech was third in the country. And people got, like, I went on the field, people tried to get the goalpost, fucking pepper spray was flying. Anyway, after the game, dude, there was people flipping over cars on the fire. Like, not like all over the place, but it was happening. It happened probably 2 or 3 places. But yeah, dude, I was sitting there watching all this, and I had to fucking go to 11 a.m. class the next day with a coach taught with my eyes all fucked up. He's like, "Did you go to that game last night? Got fucking eyes all red from pepper spray." No.
No.
But no, I didn't stand. When I saw somebody flip a car, I was like, okay, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, I'm fucking out.
I at least fucking did
that gets that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Shit, that's not yours.
And that doesn't, I don't think that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen anymore up there, because they had to, and they had to tame it down some. And that was part of taming. That was a piece of the taming that needed to get tamed. I will say that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But anyways, Gio, what's been going on with you, buddy? What's been popping?
Well, you still got the rooster, right? Rooster for the. Okay. Fuck you. I also love you. Everybody hitting them roosters? Okay, good. I hurt my back on the job. Yeah. Lower back, I found out I got a bulging disc and a herniated disc, so I'm on workers' comp right now.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I gotta say to all the drivers from every company, when you know you're fucked, call it in. Don't try to be a big person and try to fucking, I could deal with it. No, fuck that. You only have one body. Once it's fucked, it's fucked. Luke got hit by a car a long time ago. And he totaled the car. The car's probably still fucked. But I'm sure he fucked up something in his body, because that's not fucking normal.
No, it isn't.
But he's a tough guy, so he's probably like, that fucking toe that goes the other way, that's fine. I'll just keep working with it.
I'll say this. I've always told people, I think West Virginia is my armor. If like this shit happened to me outside of here, which I've done some shit outside of, I've been around plenty, but I've never got hit by a car in another state. That's like, I think it's just because it was because I was here. If I'd have been anywhere else, I'd have been dead.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just saying, like, you got to take care of yourself. Report it and fuck management if they try to fuck with you. Don't let you got rights. You got to take care of yourself. So I'm waiting to see what the orthopedic says and what the next move is, and then hopefully I get back in the truck and deliver some shit. And
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So they don't know yet, like, how long you're gonna be out?
No. But because one of the discs is herniated and it's touching my nerve, it's going down my right leg. I'm always in pain, but a little bit of liquor that helps numb everything. That one they gotta fix it. They gotta fix it. The bulge, I could probably see a chiropractor, or they could probably make it work. But if it's herniated, that means it's fucked. Like a flat tire. What they gonna do? Fucking put air in it? It's flat. You gotta fucking change it.
Sure.
So That's what's going on in the outskirts of New Jersey.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, fun. Yeah, I mean, like I said last episode, if you listen to it, I'm out on paternity leave for the next few weeks. So, yep. So I've been
enjoy it.
I've been enjoying it. For some reason, like my go-to show, like, you know, you're out, you're fucking bored, you throw on the TV or something, some streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. I feel like I watched enough episodes of Bar Rescue that I can open my own bar.
Fuck yeah, Bar Rescue is one of my fucking favorite shows. I love that motherfucker. What's his name?
John Taffer.
That motherfucker got some balls.
Absolute genius. The dude's a genius. He knows it's not about the bar. It's the person's personality. It's the manager's, the owner's personality, and then he straightens their shit out. Like he straightens them out.
Dude, if they brought John Taffer into a PCM, dude, shit would be fucking, dude, it would run like a goddamn fucking
all the fucking newbie drivers would be scared as fuck.
Shit their pants.
My wife said that this morning.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, Luke, my wife said that this morning to me. She was like, why don't they bring John Taffer into the fucking preload so that he can yell at him saying, these labels are fucking face down. He starts throwing boxes and shit everywhere.
Stop putting the fucking label on the label. Nobody can stand it.
Exactly. You think this fucking box is secure? Look at this shit.
So shut it the fuck down.
Shut it the fuck down.
Shut this shit down. Fuck this. Everybody out.
Dude,
get the fuck out of here.
I fucking love that man. I love that man, dude.
Dude, it's my go-to show for some reason. When I was first off with Xander, my first kid, that's all I fucking watched all morning/afternoon. It was on fucking every morning for like 3 hours straight, and that's all I watched. And then I said this off air, but Monday morning, early morning, my kid woke up super early, went downstairs, fucking threw on the TV, threw on Bar Rescue. And then I had like fucking, I don't know, deja vu about when I had my first kid. And I was like, that's all I fucking watched was Bar Rescue. And it just came back on again. I fucking threw it on. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to do this. So what a fucking show.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
It is.
Dude, it is. It fucking is. But I had to bring up something because I wanted, we'll have I wanted to get this out early because it happened a while, and you're a Nets fan, and I know the Nets are, they're on as we speak. So appreciate you, especially.
It's all good. They're in the back there. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah. Oh no, I can see him. Yeah. I can see him.
Yeah.
But so I kind of, because and the only reason I even wanted to bring this up is because because I know you're a New York guy, and I know. So I know you definitely know who Michael Rappaport is.
Oh fuck yeah, I know crazy fucking yeah.
So I was curious how you thought like that whole. Because he brought up Dave. I don't know if you ever knew this. The gist of this.
I think I'm gonna sit this one out.
Okay. All right, you can sit this one out. But basically the gist of it is this was like a DM fight, and Rap posted it, and it kind of with Durant. But I was curious, like what side did you find yourself on that? Or did you even find a side with it? I was intrigued what you thought.
I wasn't with Durant. I was with Rappaport, unfortunately.
No, it's not unfortunate. I was just curious.
He's a New Yorker from the get-go, and he's been in a lot of different he's a sports guy. He talks about everything, baseball, basketball, hockey, and everything. And he says it how it is. And if a player is acting up, he'll tell them.
I feel like a lot of when most people say that the same, that would be from like the New York area, especially where they would rally with Rap. I figured they would, and I was just interested by it because then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, if they actually fought, because I've always had, I got in such a rabbit hole with this. I'll just say that I found myself wondering if I could take Kevin Durant in a fight. And I was like, Oh, I absolutely could. And then I was like, well, wait, I'm 30.
Yeah.
I'm 36 now, and I don't really work out anymore, and I'm not in any shape. I was like, if I fought Kevin Durant today, he'd probably fucking beat me. And then I got like upset. Like it upset me. I swear to God, it upset me. I was like, this because I watched Kevin.
Take out the knees. You seen his legs? Skinny ass motherfucker.
Right.
He'll fall down like a fucking timber tree.
I probably have 100 pounds on him, and he's a foot taller than me.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, maybe not 100. I don't know. I'd say he's at least 200 pounds, but fuck.
Yeah.
No, I just he brought it up because Durant shit the bed in the last game. In the fourth quarter, he had 0 fourth quarter points. So I just it just made me think of it, and I just was curious of the thoughts with it. But I wish you guys. I think the Nets will win this series. I know it's in a no-brainer right now, but
like shit right now.
I'm just glad. Like I said, I'm glad we're still having playoff basketball, and it would just now be ending.
Yeah. One topic I wanted to bring up today, which is something that a lot of people probably going through, is depression and fucking how people get down and shit. And what people got to realize is that everybody goes through their own struggle. And I got a story about my dad. Now, my dad, he's old school. He's 74 years old right now. And the things he did just to get here to America, like I want to share that with everybody. That way people could maybe see that story and say, you know what, my life ain't that fucking bad. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and if you live in America, this is by far the best country in the world. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, I'm in the military. You guys know this. I've been in for 17 years. And I serve with dignity and pride because I love this country. And I wasn't born in this country. And the story of my dad, how he came here, and the struggles that he went through, I think it'll help people that are feeling down and depressed right now and they think that their life ain't shit. I wanted to share that with you guys. I actually wrote it down because it's easier to just read it off.
The floor is yours, brother.
All right. So let me put this shit right here. If you guys have questions in between, fucking go ahead and ask. All right. So the story I'm about to tell you guys, you know, it could be the key that unlocks someone else's mental prison of being depressed and sad. You know, my dad wasn't afraid to tell it to me, even though it was his darkest moments in his life. I asked him if it was okay for me to share it today, and he said to do it because it may help someone that's feeling like life sucks and their life's not worth living. So everyone has their story, and we all go through shit in life. Life's hard. Now, I've been in war. 3 years of my life has been war. I've lost friends, brothers in those wars. And I've seen and felt what hell is. But what my father had to do, what he had to go through so that I can have the American dream and be here with you fuckers, it reminds me that my struggles, my depressions, my PTSD, my heartbreaks, my life is not that fucking bad. And I'm hoping that by me telling you guys this story, it will make you guys see that maybe life ain't as bad as you think. That's the intro. So let me get a fucking breather, man. Let me get a drink real quick. If I fucking tear up while I tell you guys this,
it's all good.
Brother, so far it's been very well said, man. And
just letting you guys know.
I wear my emotions on my sleeve too, brother. So
bro.
You absolutely have no. I understand. Trust me. My wife Ashley, she's going to bed. She came down like 10 minutes ago. Told me to tell you guys hello. But yeah, if she was down here, she would agree. So yeah, you're good, brother. You're good.
All right. So when I was 16 years old, I asked my dad, "Hey, Dad, how did we get here to America?" You know, that day changed my life. He sat me down, turned off the TV that he was watching, and he told me his story. My father and my mother are both from the Dominican Republic. For those of you that do not know where that's at, it's in the Caribbean. It's an island that's shared with Haiti in between Puerto Rico and Cuba. So my father was raised on a farm in the countryside of the island in a poor town. He's uneducated. He never went to school. He lived off the land. And whatever he had from working on that land. The only thing he could do right is his name. So, see, back then in the Dominican Republic, there was rich and poor. That's it. There was no middle class. My father knew one thing, and that was to work hard and not complain. He met my mother, and that's when he had a purpose in his life. He loved her so much that he wanted to give her a better life, and he was willing to do anything to get it. So he managed to get a job at a water bottling plant where he worked 14-hour days, 6 days a week, and never complained. It didn't pay much, but he went with a purpose, a mission. He had a plan to save up enough money so he could give my mom a better life. See, back in the 1980s, in order for you to get a visa to leave the country, you need to have money, real estate, and a stable job. Without this, you won't get a visa. You can't leave the country. After 3 years of working, he saved up about $2,200, which back then was a shit ton of money. My father's plan was to leave the country, drive to the end of Haiti, take a boat to Cuba, get to the end of Cuba, and take a boat to Mexico and cross into the United States. America, the land of opportunity. He told him, my dad's older brother, he already made the trip. He went by boat and he landed in Miami and took a Greyhound to New York. And he told him, don't go by boat. Why? I don't know. I guess he didn't want him to go through the same hell that he went through. All right. The day I was born in 1983. The day I was born, my father left my mother. He watched me come into this life, held me, and promised me that he would see me again. He kissed my forehead, gave me to my mom, kissed her, and walked out of the hospital. I did not know any of this shit until that moment. I was in shock as I sat there listening. He said it was the hardest thing he ever had to do. From the $2,200 that he had saved up, he gave my mom $1,000. Him, his younger brother, and 6 of his childhood friends started the journey together. And they got all the information of the different coyotes that will take them from country to country. So you guys know what coyotes are, right?
Yeah.
For anybody who's listening, coyotes are human traffickers. They basically help people go from one place to another. They take people from one country to another. All right. So in total, there were 16 men that took this journey. Getting through Haiti and crossing to Cuba was easy. He said once he got to Cuba, things got very hard. The coyote that was in Cuba waited for them. Everyone paid their fee and jumped in pickup trucks. They spent 6 days stopping during the daytime and driving at night, never leaving the back of the truck, not even to use the bathroom. For food, they would give them apples, fruit, bread, and 4 gallons of water that they had to ration out. When they got to the other end of the island, there was a boat waiting for them, and it took them into Mexico. 3 days at sea. After 3 days at sea, they got to Cancun, Mexico, where the Mexican coyote was waiting to collect his money. 4 men could not pay what was asked. They were shot on sight. 2 of them were my dad's friends. They were asking for $500 for the trip to the border, where there they would have to pay another coyote to get them through the border into the States. His trip through Mexico, he said, was something he will never forget. They would travel in minivan with dark tinted windows, no seats in the back, just the driver seat and the passenger seat. They would have to lay flat on the floor, one on top of the other, with no room to breathe or move, covered with bags full of coffee beans. It was always at night that they traveled and would stop only to get fuel. He said he could smell the gas when they stopped. He told me that they would get to some military checkpoints and the guys would say that they were transporting coffee beans. Sometimes they would check, but they never got caught, luckily. They would be in this position all night until they got to the next safe house. When they were in the house during the day, all they got was water and leftover scraps that the coyotes would give them. Some fruit, tortillas with beans. Some days they didn't even eat. They were told not to go outside. It was like this for 47 days. 5 guys died on the way to the border. One was my dad's friend. My dad's friend died. He was basically he suffocated. So the vans, they had like a bottom compartment, and then they would lay in that bottom compartment. Then they would put like a sheet over them, and they would put bean bags. So like the van in the back was full of bean bags, and they would have to lay on top of each other. And with the bean bag weight, he said that his friend was saying, I can't breathe. And then he just stopped talking. And 4 or 5 hours later, when they got to the next safe house, he just didn't get up. So he already lost 3 of his friends, his childhood friends that he was raised with.
Damn.
Yeah. So when they got to the border, the next coyote, he took all their money, gave everyone a gallon of water, some food, and said, tonight we leave. Nightfall hit, they drove, then went on foot. The coyote said, keep up. If you get lost, you're on your own. They crossed the border into Arizona through the Sonoran Desert. My father, uncle, and 3 friends, they tied a rope around themselves so they would not separate. At one point, my uncle fell from exhaustion and they lost track of the coyote. They stopped, it was dark, and they waited until the sun came up so that they can see. Morning came and it got hot. They used the sun as a guide. 3 days went by, got to the point where they ran out of water. Exhausted and dehydrated, they fell one by one. My uncle and my father's friends died of dehydration. My father was alone, lost, torn of losing his baby brother and all his friends, but he kept on walking. He says he kept repeating my mom's name and my name over and over and over again. And he just kept going north. That was his motivation. Then he saw a fence with a dirt road on the other side. At first, he said he thought he was seeing shit, hallucinating. But then he saw a pickup truck coming down the road. He mustered up what little energy he had and climbed that fence, waving his arms at the truck. He was saved. The man saw him and picked him up, gave him water. Luckily, he spoke Spanish. He took my dad to his house and gave him food and a cold beer, Coors Light. He said that it was the best beer he has ever had. My dad wanted to get to New York to his older brother who lived in Queens. The man gave him money and told him what he needed to do to get to New York by Greyhound bus. He told the man he would pay him back, thanked him, and went on his way. No English, not knowing anyone, he managed to get to New York via Greyhound with the instructions the man gave him. When he got to his brother's apartment, his brother didn't recognize him at first. He saw a skinny, pale man. My dad weighed 185 pounds when he left the Dominican Republic. And when he got to New York, he weighed 102. He lost 83 pounds. It took him about 3 months to finish his journey. He looked at his brother with tears in his eyes and said, "It's me. I'm sorry. I couldn't save him," meaning their baby brother. My uncle hugged him and they just cried. They called my mom, told her that he made it. And after a few days, he got his strength back. My uncle worked in a pizzeria in Brooklyn and got him a job there. He sent my mom money via Western Union. He applied for residency. Once he became a permanent resident, he asked for me and my mom. I was 4 years old when I saw my father for the first time. He brought us to the States when I was 6 years old. The man that helped him in Arizona, he paid him back and brought him a cold case of Coors Light to drink with him. They're still friends to this day. Now, what I have done in my life, it doesn't compare to his sacrifice and courage. And I'm hoping that this story opens the eyes to people that are feeling down right now. and that are feeling depressed for whatever reason, life is good even when it's not. People gotta understand that there's gonna be hard times. Life's not meant to be fucking easy. And you're gonna go through your struggle. But it might not be as bad as you think. It's all in your head. And that's my dad's story right there. The reason I'm here is because of him.
Dude, that, and I even thought, like we were just talking about, you know, saying all the good dads out there, and then you hear, I mean, so I put down a couple things just like as side notes to make sure I would say. So 4 gallons of water at one point when there were 16 people.
Yep.
So they had 4 gallons of water until that whole trip. I'm thinking it's hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck in Cuba.
16 people, 4 gallons of water. Right then, I when you said that, I was thinking, fuck. That right there, just with the numbers and the water, somebody's people. God, you know, you hear things, and then you hear things like what you just said. It's like you can hear people say like to cross the border and say it in a broad fucking sense where people have literally no fucking idea. And then another thing I put, shot on sight. They just because those dudes the guys didn't have enough money.
Yep.
And like no workout, no fucking barter of any kind. I know what they're doing, but still, that's their business. God, there's no human. That's, I guess, why it's human trafficking. There's no fucking. There's no remorse. Like they literally, like there's no, like try to work something out. Like no, fuck, done. Like just.
My dad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give him. I'll give him some of the money to complete," because it was 2 of his buddies.
Yeah.
You know, his childhood friends, and he told me that they wouldn't take it. He was like, "No, you're gonna need it for when you get to the border. Otherwise, you'll get shot at the border." And they didn't want to take it. They were like, "No, these fuckers knew what they were coming to, and they didn't bring enough money. They're nothing to us. They're not making us money, so they're dead." And they basically just shot them, execution style. You know, they had to watch that shit, and you know, throughout this journey, he could have fucking died any fucking moment. I probably wouldn't have a dad. I'll probably still be in Dominican Republic on a fucking farm. I wouldn't be here. Pissed Off Yorker wouldn't be in New York. But that's just the shit that he had to go through. You know, his dark moment in life.
Dude, and that, you know, when you hear things like you said, man, you know, you hear, because there's people that'll say like, you know, the American dream's dead, and then you hear something like that, and you're like, no, it's not dead. I'm proof
that the American dream is not dead.
Yeah, man. That's dude. I appreciate you sharing that so much, dude. That was a fucking. To even say, I mean, I don't even know if there's a word to describe. I mean, you say moving would be an understatement, but dude, your dad, I don't even know to put on a scale. That's a fucking man right there, dude.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing else I could really say. That is a fucking.
He left with all his friends and with his younger brother, and he was the only one that made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's fucking. And he could have been. He said that, you know, he just kept seeing me and my mom. He's like, I just kept seeing you guys when I was in the desert, because the Sonoran Desert is hot as fuck, and he couldn't travel at night because he didn't know which way was north. So he used the sun as a guide because he knew the sun came from the east. So he would keep it to his right in the morning, and then he would keep it on his left in the evening. So he knew which way he was fucking going. And when his brother died and his friends died in the desert, you know, he didn't want to leave them, but he said, you know, if I don't keep going, then I'm going to die. And then we all died for nothing.
Right.
So he didn't really bury him. He kind of just covered him with rocks, you know, and he kept walking with no water. Like he ran out of water, and he was just fucking.
Dude,
Coyote didn't wait for nobody. He said, "You follow me, and if you get lost, you're fucked."
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah,
That even, dude. I, like I said before, not to like to circle back to it, man. Like you hear stuff and then you hear stuff, and that's like, man, shit. That can put a perspective, not just on that alone, but just like you said, in life in general. People falling down, man. That's inspiring. That's an inspiring fucking dude. I can't even. That's got to be, dude, for him to even talk about it, man. It has to be.
He didn't want to. But
Yeah.
I asked him because I was a kid. I was 16. I was like, how the hell did we get to the States? Because I knew I was born in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I knew both of them were born in Dominican Republic. And back then, to fly in, you had to have money to get a visa. And he was watching basketball or some shit on the TV, and he took the control, turned it off, and he was like, "Sit down right here, son. I'm going to tell you something that I haven't spoken about since I told your mother when you were 6." And then he started telling me, and I was just listening. I was in shock. I didn't know he went through all this bullshit. That's a real father. That's a real dad. And for somebody to say they're going to cancel fucking Father's Day, fuck them.
Yeah, right.
Kiss my ass. There's real men out there that give a fuck about their family and their kids.
Dude, no doubt. No doubt.
And I'm hoping this story, because I know there's people listening, everybody gets down. Everybody has their own fucking story. Everybody goes through shit. I got fucking stories of my own that I went through hell when I was fucking in war. But, to me, that nothing compares to leave your wife and kid and not know if you're going to see him ever again, and not know if you're going to fucking make this trip to better their fucking life. Because he could have stayed on the farm, but he did it for us.
Right.
So that, because he knew in America, everybody was saying it's the American dream. You could do more in America. You just got to get there. But, and he just went with that notion. And his older brother, who was already here in the States, he was saying, you come here, there's work, and you're going to make dollars. Even, back then, fucking $7 an hour was minimum wage or some bullshit. Right. He was working in the pizzeria for years. I would eat pizza all the time. Little Italy in fucking Brooklyn, dude. We lived in Queens, but we would go to Brooklyn all the time, because then my uncle lived in Brooklyn. And I didn't even know I had another uncle. That was a day I knew that, like, I knew I had an uncle that died, but I didn't know how he died.
Right.
Sure.
And when he told me, and he was telling me the story, and he had to stop because he was tearing. He was crying. I was fucking crying.
Oh yeah, dude.
And fucking
tell.
I was like, dude, life is good. I don't give a fuck how bad people think they have their life, but to do something like that for somebody else, it's honorable. Something that, and I strive to do good in life, to help others, and because that's what he taught me. He was like, look, you gotta work. You can't bitch, because every job you do is gonna suck. We're drivers. We have fucking shitty days, long days, and that doesn't compare to what other people are going. There's people fucking in farms.
Right.
It's life is good, even when it's not. And I just tell that to people, and that's on my Instagram. People see I post positive shit. I post, motivation shit. I haven't done a funny video in a long time since Instagram changed their fucking editing system, but
yeah, I hate that they fucking did that. Why?
That.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
I know.
But yeah, we could get more into detail if you guys got any questions. I mean, he told me more, but I cut it down so it doesn't take that long to talk.
Right.
Sure.
Well, that was
like the 4 gallons that you were talking about.
Yeah.
He said that they rationed it out, but there was days that it would rain. So they emptied when one of the gallons was empty, they cut it on the top and they would collect rainwater. And they would drink that. So that's why they all made it to the end of Cuba, because 4 gallons of water for 16 fucking guys, That's
yeah, right.
That's crazy. When he told me that, I was like, what the fuck? I drink that in a week, and you had the turkey.
Yeah, rooster.
Well, thank you for telling that story, Gio. And this episode is gonna come out right after Father's Day, and Father's Day would be yesterday, technically, for everybody that's listening. And such an awesome thing, like you said, being your dad, and just like that is a father that would do that. That is a real hardcore father. So it's, in a way, it's sad. It's a sad story, but it's a really good tribute to your father. And
It is, dude.
I hope it inspires people.
It made me emotional just hearing it, because dude, it makes me think, because you feel the love of that. You know what I mean? Like, I know. Then I start thinking of my grandma and shit. And then I'm like, dude, yeah, there's and then that makes you, like you said, it makes you appreciate shit, and you don't want to let them down either, too.
Right.
That's like a whole nother thing to it. But yeah, dude,
right.
again, dude, for sure. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, if for those of you that do not know my father, he is still alive. He's 74. I retired him because he was still working. I was like, you got to stop working. He's a fucking workaholic. But I think when he hit 68, he was like, okay, I need to stop because he's getting old. All his joints hurt and shit. And I retired him, and and every time he comes to my house, I bought this house, and you guys know I buy rental properties, and I'm always trying to progress, and I'm doing good in life because I'm being smart with my money. And I spoke to him the other day when he was here on Saturday last weekend, and we were in the backyard looking at the pool, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, can you imagine? You remember when you did all that? Look where we're at. This right here is because of you. Everything, my rental properties, this house. We went from living in a one-bedroom apartment. We lived poor our fucking whole life until I fucking started working and doing and helping. And now where I'm at is, and I tell him, I'm like, this is because of you, not because of me. Because if you wouldn't have done what you did, you wouldn't be sitting here with me looking at beautiful pool, having a drink, relaxing, retired, that you don't have to work, And he was like, yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think when I was leaving you guys on my way to the American dream that we would actually get it, because he never accomplished a lot while he was here because he didn't know English. He wasn't educated. He just worked. He found a job, whatever paid him, and he worked. And he took care. He put food on the table. He paid the bills, and that's what he did. Luckily, I was born in a generation, and now with all this technology and with the company that I work for and everything, I progressed a lot in my life. And him telling me, look, you got to save money. You got to do this. As far as saving money, he taught me how to save money because, we always had food on the table and a roof over our head because of it. But once I started progressing, I pulled him with me and I said, come on, this is because of you. People got to realize that life, although it's beautiful at times, it's fucking shit sometimes, but you got to put it on a fucking balancing beam and say the good times outweigh the bad. And when you're in the bad, you got to figure out what the fuck you got to do to get in the good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%, man. 100%. So, Gio, thank you, dude. Like I said, for sharing that story. That's inspirational for sure.
Thank my dad. I'm going to post a picture on him on Father's Day. So.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So go follow Gio if you guys haven't yet on Instagram. Pissed Off Yorker. Go and follow him. All right. Why don't we do this giveaway real quick and then we'll hop off here. So this will be for a shirt. This is the first giveaway we're ever gonna do, and hopefully there'll be much more in the future. So I got a whole bucket here, and it's filled with the papers from everybody. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but all right, let me pick one out. Huh? What do you say? All right, and we will send you a message immediately after this episode. So. Well, it'll be before you guys listen. So the winner of this T-shirt, it's good old Tyson at TSOB. Always comments, all that good stuff. Tyson, we're gonna message you, buddy, and get your size and get a T-shirt sending your way. And you know what? I'm feeling special. I'm feeling special tonight. I'm feeling like giving tonight. So let's do one more just for a fucking sticker, for goodness sakes. All right, Hal? What do you say, Luke?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Extra one for a sticker. Why not? This one, the sticker will be sent to. Oh boy, you all know him, Mr. Parcel Savage.
Fitzy, oh nice.
Good old Fitzy. Fitzy. I already have your address, buddy, so I'll definitely be sending you that sticker for sure.
I knew some clippers so you can lower that mustache.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what anytime when I grow mine out, people will compliment me. I'm like, fuck, dude, mine's middle school compared to this one guy. You ought to see this one.
Middle school.
I do have, I got one more thing though. I wanted to make sure because I'd said to, and you know, it would be however much you want to say about it, Gio, because we had talked about it because like we had said, we were going to do this originally. We'd had this planned, I think, for a while. And then Memorial Day, we didn't record at all, but you had that illustration up, you said like you took the shot glasses, 7 shots.
Yeah.
For your fallen brothers. Yeah. And I just, dude, like I've always, I'm not one to ask, I don't like people. I mean, being a civilian, I don't ever like try to look into, I'm just saying, I wanted you just like, if you, however much you want to, go into that, that's totally up to you. I just, it hit for me, dude. And I know Memorial Day's passed, but it's not that far gone, and obviously it's a national holiday. Memorial Day comes around every year. So it just like, it made me think, I was like, man, cause you don't think as many, at least I didn't, I don't want to speak for everybody, but you don't think of, people, obviously, they know people that have been to war and been, lost. A friend of mine I graduated high school with, he died in Iraqi freedom. He's one that I know, but I'm just saying for people that served, it just, so yeah, man, I guess I didn't really have, I don't really know if it was a question, just more of what you wanted to say about that, if you wanted to, just
yeah. Back, I went to Iraq 2003, 2004. That was my first deployment. And then 2005, 2006, I went back to Iraq. That's when shit was going off in 2003.
Right, right.
And then I went to Afghanistan from 2009 to 2010. That one affected me a lot because I lost seven brothers, and it was hard, man. See, I'm fucking tearing up already just trying to talk about it, but it's back then I couldn't talk about it. I had bad PTSD. We're in 2021. I got to be strong for me and for them, so I could let people know that Memorial Day is just not a barbecue day. People think, oh, it's Memorial Day. It's the start of fucking summer. Yeah, it is. But it means a lot more to me than it might to a civilian. If you're in the military and you're hearing this, you guys know what I'm talking about, especially if you've lost brothers or sisters in a war environment. when I was in Afghanistan, I lost 7 brothers, 5 to an IED, blew up the truck, and they died instantly. One of them took a little longer to die, but they were killed in action. The other 2 were in different firefights. And I used to work out with these guys. I used to joke around with these guys. We woke up together. See, what people don't understand is when you're in war, we're fighting for the freedoms of America, but when we're over there, soldiers, we're fighting for each other. We're watching our backs. There is no, you're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're Chinese, you're Spanish. There's no racism. We're all green, and you get to deal with things with these people that you're never gonna, go with. It's not gonna happen to you somewhere else. There's moments where I thought I was gonna fucking die. That I was like, okay, if we don't get air support, we're fucked. I'm dead. Luckily, I'm alive. To tell you guys that real wars suck. It's not a good place. So if you know a soldier, you see one in the street, thank them, because you don't know what they've been through. And for my 7 brothers, Specialist Dennis, PFC Johnson, PFC Lopez, Specialist Lay, Specialist Morris, Sergeant Freeman, and Sergeant Frank, you will always be remembered. Memorial Day, I will make sure that you're remembered, and I will post it so that people could see the real reason Memorial Day is Memorial Day. Yeah, you could have your barbecue. Yeah, summer's starting, but you got to remember the real reason. And it's for all those fallen soldiers and Marines and military members that fought in a war so that we could be in this country that has the freedom that no other country has. We have freedoms, and the Constitution to me is like my Bible. I fought for it, and they died for it. So that's what Memorial Day is to me. Absolutely. I remember them, and I take a shot for them, because when we were in the States, we would still hang out like brothers. We would have shots, and we would drink, and we'd get in stupid shit, like friends.
Oh, yeah.
They were like my family. They're not blood related, but they are blood related. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to explain that, but that's my take on Memorial Day and what it means to me and what it should mean to everybody.
Well, brother, again, I appreciate you sharing that, and thank you for your service. Absolutely. And your 7 brothers. Obviously, they, the ultimate sacrifice that no amount of thanks could ever be given. But I just, man, like I said, when I saw that picture you had, because I just, I military family, uncle's grandfather was a Marine in World War II, Vietnam. Yeah. The people, friends of mine that that have fought now, present day, and yeah, man, I appreciate you. I know that's I can't even imagine to say that's tough coming from me. Like I said, I don't, there's no realm I can even put in to try to compare it, man. But again, dude, like I said, appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, man. I mean, in the military, it's a family. Just like to me, you're my brother because you're my brother in Brown. We're that's another family that we've come together for it. This podcast is because of it. Right. We go through the same shit. We might be in different parts of the country, but we go through the same shit, so we know what we're going through, and that's just another family. Any delivery man or woman is a brother or sister to me because we all go through the same. And in the military, when you're in the Army or in the Marines or the Air Force, that's another family.
Yeah, I understand that because there's some guys I played football with in college I'm still really close with. That's what my phone. I had to turn it on silent because I'm actually in a group chat with them, and when they start fucking talking, one of my buddies' birthdays today. Shout out to Matt Vance. I won't say your real birthday because I don't want to have to try to fight you because I don't know if I can take him. But
I'll help you. Fucking, I'll grab his leg. Happy
he's a
birthday,
good dude. He's sensitive. He's sensitive about getting older, but
sensitive about getting old. That's part of life. You gotta love that shit.
It is. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty, guys. Well,
what's up? What else you guys want to talk about, man? I mean, I think I've said.
Yeah, man. That's it. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, that's a powerful way to end it, and it's hard to. I don't. Yeah, I'd say I feel. I mean, to say that's a with your dad, and then bringing, especially like you said with Memorial Day too. But dude, I'm so glad I'm so glad your dad was all right with you telling that story, man, because I think a lot of people that are going to hear that's going to put perspective in a lot of people's eyes. I don't see how it couldn't, man.
I hope so, man, because there's a lot of people in the world right now, especially with fucking COVID, man, that people just got down, and people got to realize that, people got to realize that life is good even when it's shit. That's one of my fucking sayings.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so guys, Gio, thank you, dude, for hopping on with us here. A little different for people, having actually a guest on, but not really, interviewing you.
Yeah.
Just bullshit about topics and some crazy awesome stories. So awesome. So Gio, thank you again, buddy, and everybody else. Like we always say, don't forget your most important stop, always home. All right. And whatever it is you're doing out there, continue delivering greatness.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, listen, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Stay positive, fuckers.